other shit.
I just needed, like, which direction did they enter storage from?
I have
So I have no horse in this race. I can regale you all with a story. This is a story. Actually, he's great. He did it in like 2 weeks by himself. I have no complaints with him. Try to remember one of my stand-up bit stories. It's been so long.
For you at the wrong time, because you're both white with yellow heads.
I was really in there.
Something I find interesting is how often I get thrown off just by like someone wearing pants in the game. Like sometimes I'll think it's black if they're wearing a
Yeah, you gotta be careful with black, because all the black pants.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing a white suit, because I am black.
We all know that bad guys wear white suits. Alright, everyone on the left.
Whites? Okay.
far from James Bond.
Let's be real, I was the bad guy at my wedding, and I also wore a white suit, so...
Alright, everybody to the left if you're ready.
How are you the bad guy at your own wedding?
Because I was the one that married my poor wife, who has to put up with
Oh,
me
I was
for
gonna
the
say,
rest
yeah,
of
we
her
want to hear
life.
that story. Okay.
No, it's just because she's stuck with me now.
All right, kicking us off. No cafeteria. What pull down that lever. Oh, lever pulled. Let's go to O2, cause people go to navigation and die. Don't kill me, Red. Red, don't kill me. Orange, don't kill me. Yellow, don't kill me. I did my task. My great big task. Oh, what's up, everybody? Sorry for the late start, but sometimes you gotta get a bathroom finished. Colfax, you didn't tell us how the job interview went. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, I saw the body in electrical.
And what were you doing in electrical?
I was going to go do a task. It said I had a task in there.
He was fixing your bathroom.
Okay,
What?
so I saw
You should be in plumbing then.
red, yellow, and someone else in front of them
come from the east side of the ship when reactor was called, so I think they're all fine.
That was, I think it was Tresuskin, and Suskin Pi was behind us as well. But I saw you running across from comms, and you went just a little bit further right even after the alarm was called, but I figured that was to see who that last person in the group was.
Yeah, I
then
was
you went back
planning
to
on
storage.
heading that way to search for bodies, and I saw one person come through, and then I saw more people. I was like, okay, well, there's not
And you're
going to
like,
be
okay.
bodies over there.
That's
so
what I thought that stutter was
check.
for. Squash?
I was with
I-
Squash in reactor. I did the bottom and he did the top, and there was somebody, a third person came in while we were doing it.
I had been in medbay. Medbay. I had walked by medbay. Somebody dumped down into medbay. I don't remember who it was.
I had the scan task in medbay.
Okay, so it was Tersuskin that went to medbay, and then I went to upper engine, lower engine. Reactor was called, so then I ran up to reactor. I never made it as far as electrical. I was on the far left side.
Thank you so much, Dude Seth. Appreciate the
The only
sub.
person I saw was Steve. I'll be honest.
I was all the way in navigation in O2 with a shit ton of other people.
I can believe that since I saw you come around
Mhm.
towards the tail end there.
Yeah.
So we know Brown was close to the body if he was in medbay.
Oh,
Might
Kelserol.
not have been him.
Casserole, sorry.
Yeah, she was with you guys. She was behind you in that
Okay.
hallway.
Oof.
Is my
Oh my
name
god, we
on
almost
there?
lost Casserole. It was like everybody voted at the last minute.
Yeah,
Like, I
we
should've
need to
skipped
watch that
early.
timer to make sure we get that skip button so the two.
Oh my god. I looked down and I was like, oh my god, people are voting and I didn't. Skip. I'm glad you didn't die, Casserole. I'm not sus of you.
I appreciate it.
Well, we almost killed Laura. I don't want to say that I saved Laura's life, but I'm pretty sure I saved Laura's life. Here's Brown. Being a brown boy. No, don't leave, Bricks, and Brown's gonna murder me. Wait a second. Did Brown vent or did Brown, like, leave? There's Brown there. Coming from the left side. Oh, I don't trust this at all. Don't do it. Don't do it, Laura, after I defended you from certain death. I do not understand these arrows at, like, all. Anyone dead here? Great. Epionic, thank you so much for the the sub. Appreciate you. Nice shirt, though. Nice shirt.
That felt like forever.
That was so long. I was thinking about calling an emergency meeting just because I was like, there's no way we're all alive.
Body was found in electrical. Tryptophan, who was in medbay with you when I ran by you when the lights went out?
In medbay, it was
That was me.
Sasquatch, and there was another person.
Life Day was on the scanner.
Life Day was on the scanner.
I'm starting
and
to.
then we went around
when the light-
towards electrical. I was
Lights
with,
came back on. Where did you go, Sasquatch?
so I was
was
locked
that?
in electrical with Life Day not too long ago, and then I left and went to cargo because I was doing the electrical chain. Or
Fan, when you
power line chain.
I saw you in the dark with somebody else. Who was with you when the lights went out?
Who are you talking to, Suskin?
Oh, you're talking about still in the med bay. That was a while ago. That was Sasquatch and I. When I was in med bay.
So right towards the end. Sorry to interject.
Life Day,
in
Life
electrical,
Day just
it was
died because I just
Gravy,
saw him alive in electrical.
Trususkin, Sausage Gravy, and myself were in electrical. I kept on checking on them because the way they were going in and out of there made me a little suspicious of them. So I went around the corner, did the reactor stuff, and then.
Well, I was actually
Look, it
sus
doesn't-
of Tersuskin because when I did
now
my
he's
task
dead.
and then he was gone. So that's why I went back into electrical because I was like, all right, is he maybe like hiding in vent coming back in? But he wasn't.
If the dead body was in electrical, that Catherine is over on the north end of storage and could very well have just hopped over there.
Catherine kind of sketched me out when we left medbay, and like I'm not trying to put suspicion on Catherine or anything.
No, when I came into med bay, I saw Life Day on the scanner, so I was like, let me make sure he's safe. And I saw
Like you like started following me, so I was trying to run away, and then the lights came on and people came to the right.
around
the light-
electrical, so I
when the
could
lights
get my
came
task.
back on, Susquatch, you weren't with Tryptophan anymore, and I was like, where did he go?
Eyes and ears, people. Eyes
was
and
right
ears.
there.
Mystic, what's up,
Fan
bud?
was right with me, but obviously I saw her.
Oh, I do not like this guy following me. Oh wait, the cooldown. He couldn't have killed me yet because of the cooldown. The game is afoot, my dear Watson. We might almost win this just by doing tasks. That's all my tasks. Watch your back. True story. Let's
Nice.
go! Early win!
Who was it?
I find it hilarious. I thought it was you, and then I get killed. Right
I
in the
just
same
happened to
room.
be at the
We
wrong
were
place at the wrong time.
Like
But
I,
no,
I
I think
even
I
ran away from you in the
whenever I
room,
left.
like just to see if it was you.
One must have vented in and
I
killed
wish
him.
Yeah, they vented in and killed me.
Well, when I saw you and Crocker walk out of medbay, all of a sudden lights come on and Crocker's gone, and he was right beside you. I'm like,
I'm sorry, who's Crocker? Who's this Crocker you speak of? What's a Crocker?
Wasatch.
No, he was still right beside me. He was with me for a while.
The lights came back
Crocker,
on.
he's the nasty teacher that always is trying to get Timmy's fairy godparents.
That is Mr. Crocker, in fact.
Yeah.
That's why I have a butterfly net in my room.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God, that
so
was so accurate.
who were the imposters?
Myself and Steve.
Yeah.
Squash and Steve. And it just I never felt like I was alone enough. There's always at least
Wow.
Yeah, I
one
was the same.
other person there when we were
Yeah.
going for kills.
Clear opportunity to kill me. He didn't take it.
Welcome
I
to
was on
marriage,
cooldown.
bro.
I'd already
Got him.
He's on cooldown.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Yeah, I was on cooldown.
No.
Start.
Steve walked into reactor and we were the ones that cleared reactor.
I finished my
Yeah.
task.
It's like,
out.
why are we doing this?
Waiting for people to come by.
All right. You get to go to weapons, everybody. Look at us going to weapons. And now we get to go to sausage. Don't do it, tryptophan. Don't you fucking do it. Got him. Did get him. Got him real good. All the married people. Report. It was teal, right? I think I saw teal.
God.
All right. Here's the deal. I found it in navigation. I found tryptophan in navigation, and I am 86.3% certain that I saw a teal in Gratisus headed over that direction.
I was in weapons.
And then
Okay,
you were
headed
going
over that
to
way.
navigation, where you
No, I was
murdered tryptophan.
I was still in weapons.
In cold blood, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was
Could
in
you have waited?
weapons.
Could you have waited to report one more second so I could have clicked the last button in Simon Says?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't have. This is
I know
This
the
is
feeling.
payback. Let's not be distracted from the point that Ingratisus is Ingrata guilty.
Was
You know
anyone
what?
else on that side? You know what? I'll agree with you, but I'm gonna assume it's you next round if it's
I
not.
was gonna say, I don't know. That's
You
a
won't
really
know. You
dramatic-
won't know if
a
it's
really
Oh,
the
yeah,
next
yeah,
round.
you're
I,
right.
I,
Right.
think,
Okay.
I think it's
Just-
gravy. I really do think it's gravy.
I think it's
Just
Steve.
the way we're coming out there.
It's definitely Ingratisus because he tries to throw it back.
Voice
that
of
kind of
reason,
candor, it could be a self-report.
there were
No reason to
Probably
self-report there. A self-report this
4 of
early
us.
is not worth it.
We could just vote them both
Like,
off
chill.
now.
There were 4 of us that were in weapons, and reactor went off. Any one of them could have just done a quick kill before they ran out. And then we're all over on reactor. It takes us forever to get back. The only one that hasn't voted. I might as well just call it.
You guys are weak. I literally see the guy every week, and you're like, oh, well, let's vote Greg instead. I'm like, I see him murdered, and you're like, you know what? Let's go vote Greg.
Story changed.
It didn't change at all. Reactor melting down. Purple, yellow, blue, red. I know my colors, but barely. Let me in. Sorry to watch Greg go to admin. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm the best player to ever play this game. I'm just saying that I'm the best player to ever play this game. Is this how we lose? There's a dead body. All right.
It's Cranberry. She just sliced Suskin Pie in half.
Actually, you were just
That is
quicker
the
to hit
best way to
button than
eat pie.
myself. That Suskin just came around the corner, did a double take, and then stabbed our friend Suskin Pie.
Isn't that so convenient? The one getting accused throws it back on the other.
Well, that's
Pretty
bold. The one person who hasn't spoken up this entire night is gonna throw you all for a loop and throw me under the bus with a self-report because you haven't heard anything else to compare it to.
Haven't
That is
I'm only
intense.
quiet
That is
when
so
I'm-
freaking tense. I
I'm only
can't
quiet
even
when I'm
with you
the
guys right
imposter.
now.
But I walked into admin.
Your
and
voice
you
of
walked in.
indignation seems very forced.
You seem forced.
Forced to vote for you. Heyo!
Oh, snap.
You'll all be sorry.
No, just
Will-
go kill
will we,
Suskin
though?
next to-
Will we? Don't hold it up, Cranberry. Just throw your vote out there. Hurtful. Hurtful, Cranberry.
Good. I wanted it to sting.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got greedy.
You're welcome.
I
Who?
got greedy there.
Oh, look. Greg was right again, and yet you cast aspersions upon me.
Good job,
I
Greg.
tried. At least I went down kicking and screaming, and I wasn't like, all right, just vote me out.
Listen, if you're gonna go out murdering, like for sure.
Who's defending Steve?
Nobody ever defends me.
I did.
I defended Steve,
They all
but
defended
I
you.
voted.
I had 3 votes that one you got thrown out. I barely got you out. They almost saved you because
I
no
tried
one ever
to
listens to me.
Greg, so that they wouldn't vote you out.
Sadly,
Kurt-
Greg, did you see me after reactor? 'Cause
Yeah.
I came by oxygen.
I was
so-
in oxygen, and then I saw Teal, and I was like, "Oh, Teal's gonna murder me," and then he did. And I'm like, "All right, well maybe it's not Teal." And then I went to navigation for my task, and there you were, murdered on the floor. I was like, "Teal's the only one here, so it's obviously Teal."
So Teal
I
and I
didn't even
went to
see you, Greg.
navigation. Teal
Well-
and I went to navigation. Reactor got called. I ran halfway there, then went back to navigation, and he was still there. And that's when I was like, I should run away, but it was too late. And then he killed me.
When reactor was called, I was mid in the weapons game, and I was like, "I'm not stopping this. I'm not doing 20 more of these."
Okay, I'm hitting start.
The worst part of the Reactor Simon Says game is it picks up where you left off. You
Yeah.
have to remember the entire sequence.
I know, that's
So it doesn't
terrible.
help.
I hate that.
All right, let's win this one, huh? Let's bring this one home. Oh, great. I'm gonna go ahead and do weapons again. I'm in electrical where good people go to die. I like that they're very generous on the hitboxes. All right, come on. Who's gonna win? All right, we gotta go to admin. All right, well, that was fast. Murder fast, I live.
Medbay right on the scanner thing.
Well, that scanner should have gone off and reported a lot of things wrong.
You think it would, but you know you
warranty
can
on that.
scan as a ghost, so
Height becomes half as much.
Okay, so with Deviled Sus towards Medbay at the beginning.
Sausage, was it you that just went past me when I was doing the task in the bottom of shields? I've got a feeling it was Blue that went past.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
There were like 5 of us in electrical.
I was in weapons again, and then navigation, and then the thingy went off, and I was the only one in O2 clearing it in the top one. And then, headed down to go to admin to finish my task. And then there was a report. I didn't see anything. I barely saw anyone. The only person I saw was in grade assists and shields doing stuff.
Who are the 5?
The worst part for me, it was myself, or Suskin, Cranberry, I know was in there. Then I think Cassusarol and Ingratisus, I think. I'm not sure. I know Cranberry was in there because I remember seeing bright red.
Are you
That was the
talking about
easy one.
electrical? Because I got disconnected.
Smart thinking.
We were talking about who was in electrical.
It was Suskin.
Well, I've never been to electrical, so it wasn't me. I was in
Okay.
weapons, and I
remember the body was in Medbay.
I passed Sausage and Nav and went down to shields, and I did my task in shields, and then he passed me coming from navigation.
Okay. Then it must have been Suskin Pie, not Ingratisus.
Yeah, with Suskin was in electrical.
Okay. He was in the corner.
Dinner now.
Funny.
Seems
Having-
like one of those people in electrical got there maybe through the vent from medbay. Did anyone not enter
Or
electrical?
who was second to enter?
Oh my gosh.
I came from weapons, or not weapons, lower engine.
I'm from storage.
Oh, poor Greg and Suskin Pie.
What? Who did that? Why?
It was not me. Poor sausage.
Damn you imposters.
That is so rude.
Bastards. Why do they hate me? Why? What did I do? Alright, I have to go to electrical. Next teal. Different teal things. Murder.
In
So
the
where was it?
side of admin
We didn't hear the beginning of that.
hallway, just outside of admin.
All the way outside admin.
Well,
Did you see anyone?
I was following, I think it was Casserole, and she was with me down the hallway from medbay to, and she was going to weapons, and Sausage Gravy, I think, went down into medbay.
Sausage. I didn't see Sausage Gravy in medbay. I saw Life Day in medbay.
Sausage Gravy did go into medbay because he had to do that thing where it fills the vials and then you go away for a bit.
No, it's annoying. Oh,
Life Day, you were in medbay though, right? I saw you in there. Life Day.
You're muted.
sorry, someone was trying to talk to
Casserole.
me. Someone
Were you-
came in.
Were you in medbay?
Yeah, I was in medbay.
Okay, that's where I thought I saw you.
I hate that little tube thing.
I was gonna say, he's been with me on the west end, like towards the reactor and stuff, this entire time.
Life Day.
Yeah, Lego, Casserole. Where were you
I saw
at?
you walk
With
by
it
me
last
a
call?
couple times.
I was,
was in
at,
medbay.
doing Simon Says. Like I had just come in to do Reactor, but Reactor had finished or whatever, and then I was there, and I thought you were there too doing Simon Says.
I did. I nailed it, by the way.
I did
I
Just
not.
was like,
Suskin?
three of you.
Where were you?
So who was that went towards weapons that I was right behind?
It wasn't me. I was on the opposite side of the ship.
I say there were three people that were in reactor, I believe.
It was myself, Life Day,
I was there.
and Casserole.
And then enter Suskin came out of oh god, the one across from it.
I think it's a
Security.
self-report. Are you gonna throw some shade on Trususk?
I'm skipping. I have no idea.
I'm not an AMD fanboy, especially after the reviews of this latest graphics card came out. I am not impressed. if the 6900 XT comes out and it's like good, like I'll think about it, but right now I'm not impressed by any of it. Oh!
Okay, I saw Tersuskin vent in electrical.
Yeah, and then he murdered
Oh,
me!
bad, man. I'll say I threw a little shade at Tersuskin at that last round, and I know Legos, so I'm gonna throw my weight in
Yeah,
Legos'
thanks,
favor
Nobby.
here.
I am dead. Get out of here, Tersuskin, you murderer.
Yeah, I'm surprised Greg didn't call it earlier because I accidentally vented right in front of him and he didn't see it.
I wish you could report suspicious activity like venting, but you gotta find a body, I guess.
You go to the emergency button.
Yeah, that's what I did. I hate that you have to go all the way to the emergency button, though.
It was black. He was standing over the body when I went to go hit oxygen.
Okay, I believe that, because me and Britt got locked in a lot of rooms with him.
I am okay. I
It
am
was
okay.
life day.
Thinking.
I think he was locking rooms and trying to put it on me.
Texting my parents
Sure,
and shit.
sure. Keep telling yourself that.
Standing over the body by oxygen, not hitting oxygen when there's 2 seconds left.
I was doing the
Who was
code.
that? Ah. I'll say Lego. Yeah.
It was totally me. You guys caught me right. We had no time left. I had to kill her to make sure she didn't get O2 and hope that nobody made it quick enough.
I was gonna say, Lego, you made me question our friendship for just a second there at the end when you stuttered and you went back and forth. I'm like, why are you not running for the other end right now? What are you doing, bud?
And I did not lock
I can't
Made me
trust
nervous for a
anyone in this
second.
game. You can't trust anyone in this game, Brett.
I did not lock a single
I know
door.
that.
Her Suskin kept doing it, and I was like, "What are you doing? I'm trying to get away from these people."
No,
Everybody to
I
the
was
left.
dead.
We're still missing 2 bodies.
Oh, okay. Come here, 2 bodies.
I am here. I hear you, and I am here, comrade.
Yeah, it was. I thought you had crapped somebody outside of electrical
Right.
when I was in electrical, but I was like, I can't risk killing them. I almost killed in electrical when there were 3 of us and tried to pin it on the other person. But I was like, I don't know if I can win that 50-50. I'm already pretty sus.
Okay, are we waiting on someone, or are
We're
they...
missing
okay.
Emerald
Did you
Sus.
seriously not see me vent into security by accident right behind you?
No, I didn't. You want to know why? Because I'm focused on doing my tasks. Because even though there's a murder on this ship, I also believe in chores. All right?
What do I have vision set to? Do I have vision set reasonably?
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
think so.
Okay.
0.75 with a
I like it.
1.25, that's fine.
Alright.
That's perfect.
I always hate that I can't tell when the lights are back on when I'm the imposter. So,
Oh yeah, I hate that too.
like, I just would like an indicator, even like a blinking light of some kind.
I think there should be like a circle that surrounds you when the lights are off as the imposter.
Oh,
That's like what the field of vision would be. That way you know whether or not people can see you.
I
Because
like
that's
that.
always my issue. Like, I don't know if I'm in a field of vision. Why is Greg's name red?
No, Steve's red.
It's like no good way to get where I need to be. Focus. Focus. All right. Don't worry, everybody. I'll save the ship. Fuck. I don't like this gas can one. It's a lot of running. Alright, dead
It
body.
was Cranberry. And she was so obvious about it. We were
I'm
in
just
we were in
passing by.
admin.
Still
I'm
Just
legitimately
passing by a dead body.
So he's
Passing by
going
a-
over the dead body, goes over it again, and then hits the button as I'm first seeing it, and then tells me that I'm the one
Which
looking
is funny.
sus.
So Mr. Sausage Gravy, did you happen to see me on the edge of admin when you were walking by?
No, I don't see anybody. I thought we've established this.
God dang it, you were my alibi.
Yeah, well,
So
you
I
don't
was
have
walking-
one. So
You were my
it's-
I was
you ain't got
walking
no alibi.
out of admin.
I
because
mean,
was like,
yes,
oh,
I saw you. What do you want me to lie? I don't know.
you're useless now. No, I was walking out of admin because I saw two people
He
in
wants
admin.
you to back up a
and I was like,
lie. He's trying to
Cranberry,
get you to
be
back up a
quiet.
lie so he
So-
can throw the sus on me right now.
So I went.
Nah,
I went up.
Your voice
I went-
went up an octave. It's the defensive voice.
It's just how I
I
talk.
went to go to upper O2, and then I was like, there's only two people in admin. I probably shouldn't leave them alone together. And then I walk in, and Cranberry's just like, boom, forget you, Life Day. I thought you guys were friends, by the way. I like how Greg got a vote, but not me.
I always get a vote.
You're innocent, Greg. I'll vouch.
I know I'm innocent. I'm always innocent. It's never me. I'm a good boy. I hate this gas can one. Forever. Yeah, once again, I'll save the ship. Yellow and orange were together. No! Oh, the cranberry's the ghost, so it's a ghost. So I'm just murdered. Just straight up murdered. All right, cool. God damn it. It's what I get for being a great teammate. Straight murdered. I hope the oxygen runs out. They deserve it. So oxygen is just gonna kill everybody? They still haven't found my body. My poor body. Even in doubt, yeah. Casacero, report! Report!
No, not Greg. He was my alibi.
You ain't got no alibi.
I found Blue and
Suskin Pie? Suskin Pie, why were you following me?
Yeah!
Making sure you're safe. I went down after you went up
Follow
towards,
that line of questioning.
navigation to do my shield task.
You literally followed me across half the ship.
Yeah! Get him!
I mean, those things
Get
happen.
him! Get him, Suskin!
Squad Sush is clear. Multiple
Devil-
chances to kill me.
Deviled Sus is I thought was suspicious, but he hasn't killed me, and I haven't killed him, so apparently we have an understanding of not killing each other.
Mutual trust.
I was in navigation doing my last task, and Suskin Pie was standing at the doorway for ages, so I stopped the task and left it, and ran out halfway across the ship, and he followed me the whole way.
As I said, I want to stay in groups right now. There's not very many left.
Well, I feel like it's either Suskin Pie or Cassusrol.
Okay.
Unless in
Squad Sush,
Gratis.
I'm sticking with you. I've got to go back to Nav though, so.
Okay, we can go back to Nav together.
It's Suskin Pie! He ruined me! Give me vengeance!
My last task is Nav, that's where I was. So
That's
I'll
right,
stick with
Navi.
you
This
two
shirt
until my
now
last
available
task
for
is
purchase!
Nav.
Exclamation point merch! Yay!
Download and I have to start the reactor. So.
I think I have
And,
like one wire
so.
connection task left, but I don't remember where it is.
Okay. Ooh.
Whoever voted for Cassusrol is the imposter.
Vortex, what's up, man? How's it going?
That's my bold prediction.
Vortex, how's it going, bud? Where'd you find us? You just find us on the like Among Us page? I'm always fascinated with how people find us. Really, all these people gotta do is do some tasks and we win this game. Yeah, maybe Google. They were like, who does Among Us one day a week? And then a bunch of X-Wing the other days of the week. Or who gets murdered in the worst ways? Laura, you saw it happen right in front of you, Laura.
I just watched Cassusrol basically
No,
fall
don't-
off in oxygen.
No!
No, absolutely not.
No! No, Laura!
It's Suskin Pie. The only way
Yeah.
that he
Yes,
gets to
it
win
is! It's
by
100% Suskin!
self-reporting.
I just saw her do it in oxygen.
No! Squash
I
us!
did not.
Get him! Laura's innocent!
Oh my God,
She's
we can't
usually
risk
guilty,
this.
but this time she's
That's
innocent. Y'all right. GG's. GG's. Good job. Way to hold strong, Laura.
I'm getting better.
And the defense, it wasn't me.
Why didn't
Wow, that was.
That
Thanks
was
for the carry there, Pi. You did phenomenal. I just want to say.
tried? Nobody.
Yeah, it's the noise elimination thing. You just have to hear it in your mind.
Okay, everybody to the left if you're ready.
Oh, God.
Emotionally, or
I'm not emotionally available after that. I quit Tinder after I was murdered there.
I saw.
Yeah,
Were you
Crocker doesn't trust us all ever.
Wow, that was a lot at once. Were you like expecting nobody to walk back into admin?
yeah.
Hey, I have a question. This has been eating me for the last week. What's faster from navigation to reactor? Is it up map
Calf.
or down map?
Through calf.
Wait.
I always go through calf that way.
See if we can actually live through a game. I'm on OkCupid, Tinder, and Bumble. That's right. All of them. Can't limit yourself to just one app. It's crazy. What is this, Applebee's? Nah. I feel like this game makes me look like a fucking idiot. The fuck is Bumble? Bumble is... I'm not gonna say it's the worst one, but it's the worst one. Because when you match with someone, the woman has to message first. Which is fine, except, you know, you gotta actually do it.
Alright, so I rounded the corner and found Purple dead in upper O2.
Well, I was in
Which-
lower O2, and I cleared lower O2.
Which way did you go in to find her?
Say that
Yeah,
again?
Which way did you go into O2?
I came from the bottom. So I came from like shields up to O2.
I came from the top through like weapons, and I saw him run up. But that's all I saw was him running up to the body.
Yeah, and I saw Kissacerol coming in from weapons. Did you pass anybody? Because I didn't see anybody, but I didn't see if anybody had ducked into nav.
No, I didn't pass anybody on the way, because I passed by admin and people went in there, and then I came around through weapons, and along that way I didn't see anybody else.
Yeah, and I saw nobody, so I'm gonna have to skip this round just because I don't know who it could be.
Is there a vent in that room?
There's
In
not a
what?
vent from O2, but if they ducked into nav, they could have been hiding in the vent until
There's a
an
vent
opportune
right
time to escape.
outside of O2, but...
Fucking unreal. That's the kill of the week, clearly. That is the Greg kill of the week. Brought to you by Suskin Pie. It hurts. Not gonna lie. Hurts. Every time. Can't even get out of game alive. And I'm 100% right all the time, too. That's the worst part. 'Cause I'm always right. Obi-Wan77, thank you so much for the follow. Even if Streamlabs is a little delayed in the notification, we appreciate you. Dead body, you don't say.
Okay, I found the body. I was in. I come from cafeteria into upper engine. I did my task in upper engine, and as I came down into security, the body was on the floor. I didn't see anybody on the way. I've been in medbay doing the go for a coffee one. From cafeteria, then upper engine, and then came down, and as I walked in, there was the body.
How's nobody there? Weren't we all just over there for the reactor breakdown?
I'll tell you guys this.
Yeah, I was doing the.
I've been listening to Britt play this game a
I
lot.
was in,
And when she chimes in
downloading
those
when
like
the reactor
awkward
went off,
silences,
so I
that
was
means it's
behind
her.
everyone,
I'll bet
and
you it's
the
her.
reactor had already been reset by the time I got to med.
I bet you it's
So I went
Suskin and
into
Britt
med
2
bay,
games in a row. I bet that
did the
happened.
Coffee one, left it, went into upper engine, and then when I came down from upper engine into security to do my task there, that's when the body was.
Suskin, where did you go after?
Cranberry and
reactor?
Suskin.
Trigger.
We can't hear you, man.
Super sus. What up, Obi-Wan?
Might have to disconnect.
Is he mute?
It looks like he's
No.
hot micing, but it's not coming through.
Yeah, it looks like Discord's doing a funny one.
The reason I asked is because after reactor, I left and went through to cafeteria, and I saw him coming my way, and then came back down, like went back.
Did all
went
the
to
switches
upper
just...
reactor, and then went down to.
Oh, my
I
Twitch
don't know,
still looks
down-
like it's
I'm guessing
going.
towards the- That was a little while.
My
ago.
bitrate's strong.
So he was in
Stream
the area,
manager
who else
still
was in the
says
area?
we're up.
That's
Apparently.
all I saw.
Obi-Wan, where'd you find us from, man?
Apparently you, and apparently him.
That's a roll.
You guys were right. 2 of you were heroes. Yeah, I'm sad we got the late start, and I'm not gonna get to watch much debrief tonight, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's why God invented browser tabs. And I am done with stuff. It's not you. Browsing Twitch, getting ready for GSP. Nice! We got the... Oh, Suskin Pie's gonna murder him right in here, right now. Got the podcast tonight. Where do you play out of, Obi-Wan? So that was a murder and event. And there's the other vent. Oh, so Britt might get nailed here.
Red, cranberry. I just came down from weapons to go into nav to plot the course, and red was running upwards towards O2, and that's where I found the body.
Not towards
In
you, past
the-
the
no.
admin. Past navigation. I am actually
Navigation is where I found the body. You were running towards O2.
I was at navigate. I was. I'm surprised my report didn't go through before yours.
Yes, that's why you were running. It is 100% cranberry.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, God. It's gonna be tough, Tom.
Nice try.
Just 2 hours of, hey, we're gonna try for
I don't
organized
report
play,
off
but we
that. I get
don't know.
nervous when I have to hit the button.
Hmm.
We could have a repeat here of the last round. The computer does that sometimes.
What?
Sometimes it gives the same two imposters twice in a row.
Yeah, good thinking, Steve.
That
Good
is a
thinking.
distinct possibility, yeah.
Go with that, Steve.
I only have 2 tasks
Sounds like
left
someone
after
trying to
plot
throw,
course, and I have
but, you know.
to accept power and security. So
I'm finished. I'll follow you.
I will follow you. Follow you wherever you may go.
do 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 do. There we go.
Yeah, right. There it is, Tom.
Playing the long.
It wasn't
con
much
all the
of
way
a-
through death.
It wasn't much of a
Here we go.
announcement. Let's follow the murderer. Run, Laura! Run! Run, Steve! There it is. Good job.
I thought I was done task, and I was like, why are they all standing around waiting for a task? I had one left. Sorry.
Goodness gracious.
I was
Wow.
gonna call the after
close.
off whoever came up to the one that I was standing at, and then you called oxygen.
Hey, anyone want to play another map?
I barely know this map.
None of us, dude. None of us have done the 3rd map, so that'd
Greg
be
can't
fun.
handle a new map.
Dude, all of us should do the 3rd map. I don't know if anyone else has done it. I haven't, but it'd be fun
is that
to.
Pulbus or which one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that one, and I can pull it up in the Discord for anyone.
I think it is. No, Polis is the second one, isn't it?
So the third one's Mira.
There's
Yeah,
Mira,
3rd
and
one's
there's
Mira. So Mira's the one. Yeah, no.
I'm actually. gonna
Polis is the
drop,
one we've
so
done,
If anyone else
We've
wants
just done
to get in,
Skeld.
they can.
There's Skeld, Polus, and Mira.
Mira's the 3rd one. So
I'm
I'd be
not
down to
doing
try
that
that one out.
But I've got the map if anyone needs it.
Just post it up.
So we're doing Mira? Or
Nikki, what do you think? It's your stream.
I don't care. It's our stream.
Okay. Then let's go for it then.
okay, I'll get the new one set up.
Do it.
Which one are we doing again? Pulbus or
Mira.
Mira.
Okay, I'm gonna need someone to pull that one up for me.
The one none of us have done
I've got,
before.
I've got the map here. I'm just bringing it up now. I'll put it in. The Amongdays.
Okay, I got the new code. I'm posting it now.
All right. Well, I'm leaving, so if anyone else wants to get in, they can.
Does anyone want to
Good
play?
night.
We need one. See you, bud.
See if Dax anywhere.
There's always winners and losers when it comes to that.
This is a map I haven't played. This will be the first time I can cross this off the list and do all 3 maps now.
We are missing.
How's it spelled?
I have
we
Dax
lost-
coming in.
Yeah, I was gonna say we lost Gregor. I don't know if anybody else jumped
You
out.
left. Yeah. No, there it is. Steve was missing. Okay.
Yeah.
And we got Dak coming.
2 seconds.
Alright.
I'm just gonna stick the.
But Dak, he feels like he can take on the whole empire all by himself.
And who changed their name to Susberry?
'Twas I.
The devil's sus. Go back to devil's sus. Trying to confuse us.
New name, or new map, new level of sus.
This is gonna be bad.
It's gonna be so interesting.
Save.
Okay, there's the map, guys.
Oh, that's a low-res version.
That is not going to help me at all.
Oh, is it like a really low-res version? I can't find a high-res version.
Also, if I remember correctly,
I
this is like
think I
the
just
biggest
found a
map in the
high-res
game,
version.
so...
That
Oh,
was the
great.
best one that I've been able to find, but if anyone can find a better one, then...
I might have just found a better one. Just give me a second. I'm downloading it. Okay.
Just keep one-upping each other. You guys got this.
I'll try that one. Is that any better?
Yeah, that one's better.
Okay. Let's see, where do all the vents go?
Oh wow.
Oh, this is like a crazy vent system. Oh my goodness.
All the
Yeah,
vents are
no, this is
connected.
the most
What?
intricate map, if I remember
On
correctly, so...
Earth.
Like, anybody else noticing that? It is a little scared.
Oh, they're all connected. The
Oh
way
my
you
God.
fight the vent is the sensor. Because there's sensor in the Y shape.
Oh. Okay.
Every time you pass a sensor, there's a log. So if somebody's on log, if like somebody's go north and then you find them.
Oh,
like,
that's
in
right. There's a
south,
log system in this one too, so it shows
Yeah.
you who's been where.
Okay, everybody
Wait,
to the
what?
left if you're ready.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, this
I'll
is the
figure
most.
this out.
I think it's the largest and the most intricate map on the game. So, and just wait, because I have a feeling they're definitely gonna add more maps to the game. So
Sounds great. I can't wait. Let's do this, guys.
Suskin, are you ready?
we're all gonna have so much fun.
Johnny, get over here.
Hello? Are you AFK?
Hi, if you ain't careful, I'm after.
There we go.
Boy.
Alright, I've never played this one before.
Anyone
But
get
this
my
will be the
anyone
last
cares.
one to play, and then I'll play them. I've played them all.
Here we go.
It's Mario.
Fuck are we?
I know, right?
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Do I literally just sit here the whole time? So I literally just watch this the whole time. What you're telling me? I'm not sus. I'm anti-sus. I'm unsus. Holy shit, this is so long. No, nothing. Knobs don't move. This is literally it. Don't tell me what to do, Tarmo.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that tiny little button to the side.
Oh, okay.
First murders.
Right.
Map.
So
Let's do this. Break it down
I
for us.
am right outside of the north end of Econ. What? Is he okay? Okay,
You
in the
good there?
reactor. In the reactor. Outside the
Okay.
reactor, and I just saw. Oh my God, who just went past me? Yo. I want to say
Probably me.
Orange and someone
I'll completely
else.
own this. Squash.
It might have been me as well, because I went up to electrical.
I would say
fix the
two
lights,
people just
I
came
was-
down and out through decon.
So.
I
Well, I
found
went
Steve
down
dead.
because light was out while I was going that way.
I thought that I
Yeah, so
saw
I think I passed
Greg
life on the way out.
over to the right of me, and I was wondering why.
Greg
I'm
didn't
struggling
even
to remember
Greg didn't
who
even
I
get to
attacked.
move for this entire
Oh my
round because
God.
Greg did a task and it was just scanning. And I couldn't make it go faster and it was just scanning. it's counting down from 100, and I'm just sitting there, and there's nothing to do. It's so annoying.
Squash and Pie were the two that just came southbound out of decon.
So
And
Squash was
another
gonna.
person.
Oh, no. I was
Anyway.
in the lab, which is to the top and to the right of decon. So I had like just come up behind you.
I was in there as well. I did the sorting 3 different things into boxes.
Hey, that's the one I just finished. I thought
Wait,
the
who was
fish
that last
looked like
voice?
the Suskin Pie, I think.
Oh, I was with the green, red, orange, and black in reactor lab area, so I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, I don't see color, so now I think it's
that's
you.
where I found him. So
I don't see. I don't know your name, so I look for colors.
let's say, Dak, you're looking cute today, by the way.
I'm thinking it might have been Dak, because Dak was in there, but I didn't really see him for tasks.
I was there first. I did my Simon Says, and then I did the crystal thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn, Dak.
Dang.
You got thrown out.
Oh wow,
I
it's
like that
falling.
animation.
That's how you welcome me to game. I see.
Welcome on in,
fall
Dak.
to your
We
death.
remember you.
Oh. I hate this. I hate everything about this. I barely got a hold of the old map, and then they're like, let's do a new map. Vigilante DJ, thank you so much for the follow. I don't know why, but my alerts are way behind. They'll catch up. Oh. Someone else can fix light. I knew it. I fucking knew it was her. I was gonna say it too. I fucking knew it. Ah, not this game. This makes me look like a fucking idiot.
Rip.
I saw him vent, and I was like, "Oh my god, how do I report? I have to find the emergency button."
I knew it was.
Emergency button was.
Laura, I
Welcome
want
to
you to
the
know
Voice
that
of
I
the
knew
Map.
it was you. I knew it was you, Laura, and I didn't say anything because I was like, I had no real evidence, but I knew it in my heart. And that
If you had said it was
Is
her,
in the bottom
I-
right, the cafeteria.
well,
I
the
did
issue,
not think
the
they
issue
would
was
get away with that with a new map. I was like, holy
he
Yeah, I
vented
was-
and then killed me.
new
Looking as
map.
fast
It's
as
like,
possible because I didn't know where I was going, where I'd be seen.
I know. For the most part, I hid in the vents. Turns out the kill cooldown is paused when you're in the vents. I did not know that. So,
Really?
Yeah, it is on
Oh,
every
that
map.
seems good.
I did not know that.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
terrible.
I was terrified because I did not know what any tasks were. I did not know if I was standing by something that was a task. It was like
Well,
crazy.
even when you're the imposter, you can look at your map and it will show you tasks that you can
Your
fit
fake
doing.
task.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, everybody to the left if you're ready.
it's like going to a new city, and then you don't know where you are, and you try to take an Uber, but there's no Uber available.
I was just hoping no one would question me at the time or anything.
Where am I? Okay, I'm at the launch pad.
for taking the blame.
Where?
You two did a very bad thing. As you know, the alarm didn't go off. You obviously had a problem in the system. If this been a real fire, this could have been a disaster. Let's just say under the circumstances, I'm not getting too off the hook for that. But only if it never happens again. Understand? I don't want to. You're too good a friend to one. He doesn't deserve it.
Who's watching a TV show?
Yeah, there's a lot of background.
It's Devil Sus.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Open. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I'll keep it closed.
I find a Brit
So-
body going into cafeteria, still in the Y shaped corridor. I was coming from top where oxygen was and admit table.
I don't know where I am at any given
No
point in
information.
time. I don't know where to go to fix the oxygen. I went to admin, couldn't find anything there for it.
I just followed the arrows. The oxygen one I found was
Map in Discord.
really at the top of where the admit table is. I got there first because I was on my way to reactor when it was called, so I was the first one there.
Okay. Well, that makes me slightly sus of Cassasserol because I saw her in that area. I was doing tasks in admin, and then I went down towards the lower right path. She was still up in that area when I left.
I mean, I think
Not that I saw her do anything. I just know she was in that area.
I'm not going to go on record as saying I'm defending Cassasserol because I would never do such a thing. But I actually think that she is innocent right now because she was doing tasks and she could have murdered me. And if I've learned anything from you guys, it's that you don't skip chances to murder me.
Definitely not.
Well, that just
Yeah.
makes you sus.
I was in office doing some kind of upload thing, and then I went up to greenhouse, and that's when it was called. I never went back south.
Greg, just so you know, that countdown from 100, you don't actually have to sit there and watch the whole countdown.
Well, it'd be nice for it to say that.
Yeah, I accidentally exited it and I started swearing and then realized that it was okay.
The fuck is the reactor? I just started figuring where things were on the other ship. Oh, it's blue! It's blue! I gotta get to the cafeteria! Let me out! Let me out! I saw a blue vent! Blue vented!
Hey, you know what's funny? I was suspicious of Blue last time.
Blue vented all over the place!
Yeah.
I was trying
Man.
to follow Blue to reactor, and then Blue turned the wrong way. So I turned the wrong way.
Yeah, I had no idea where I was going. I was so
We're both
confused.
following each other. It's like, where's
so
the
sad.
map?
Oh, this is how people die.
No,
Get
it's
off
still
my
there.
plane!
We're in Cloud City.
No, we aren't.
Yeah, it is. It's Cloud City.
If I don't see a low bot, we aren't in Cloud City.
It's Cloud City.
No, Lando or nothing.
that ain't it. And I gotta go to admin. It's the third time today he's murdered me.
No.
Okay. Reactor in that is the most obnoxious thing ever.
Yep. So now that I've seen this one a bit, I think we need to raise the kill cooldown.
All right.
Yeah, I think we need to do another map.
This map
Well,
sucks.
we could do the other map too.
Absolutely.
This map not only sucks, but Suskin, you've killed me 3 times today, and I'm not having it.
So bad.
I have the kill cooldown at 40 seconds now.
So put that at 1.5 minutes.
Probably at 45 at least.
I just put it to 40.
I'm gonna be honest, the kill cooldown wasn't my issue. We had just cleared reactor. I don't even think I had gotten halfway to my task, and then reactor went off again. So I had to go all the way back through that stupid.
I got that Twitch money, y'all. Got that Twitch money.
Needs to be turned up then.
What does?
Emergency cooldown? Is that what that's called?
Emergency cooldown. Yeah.
Emergency cooldown is the button, not the.
This map, the whole map is awful.
Yeah, there's no option to change.
I liked it. The.
I think we can all
I
agree
really
that
liked the
this
planet
map is
one, but
It's
I
bad.
thought it was fun.
map is sucks.
Event to event.
I will say that Cold Hard Facts in chat says this is a cool map. So
It is.
it's cool in the respect that it's really annoying.
Cold hard facts. Why you lie like that? It's bad for you.
Probably a map
Bad for
that
your
only needs
GI tract.
one. It's probably a map that only needs one imposter.
Well,
We need to turn up like our player walking speed.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Player walking
I'm just
speed,
saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying. I cleared reactor and I couldn't even make it to the launch pad for a task before the next reactor went off. I was like, great. I'm just
walking speed right now. So let's.
It's player speed.
Oh, okay, player speed. Okay.
And then
One.
and then make
That's better. I like that.
How's that?
That's fine.
Good?
yeah, that's
Now I
fine.
don't
Now
feel
we're
like
go all
I'll
the way to 3 times. Zoom in.
Oh, it's not even 3 times the speed. I wonder how high I can turn this up. I just gotta see how high I can turn it up.
Now
It's
back
3
down to
times.
1.5.
3 times the fastest.
Yeah.
Holy
Perfect.
shit.
We just
do
play
it.
one
This is
round
it.
like this.
Let's do it like this. Just
Okay,
one game like
round,
this.
one
game
round like this. Yeah, one round.
This is gonna be
Everybody to the left if you're ready. Everybody to the left if you're ready. If you can make it over.
Should already be
All
there.
right,
It
one
takes
round.
30 seconds.
Yes,
What
one
if
round.
you see a body and don't run, just run past it?
I'm the Flash.
no reporting.
Let's go. Oh, sure.
I feel
This
like
is
I'm
the
gonna
one. I'm
jump
the
over
imposter.
tasks like this.
Fucking great.
Jeez.
Oh my god. I'm freaking out. This is freaking me out. Oh my god.
I just thought if you can run this fast, Does it really matter if you can say, "Oh, he was in this room at this time"?
It's so uncomfortable.
This
Be
is so
literally
weird.
anywhere.
Couldn't do anything. Like I.
My brain is
I know
melting.
animal defense too.
I found the body
Every color is
in,
just a blur.
in storage to the left of cafeteria, but yeah, like everyone said, I couldn't tell you who walked by me.
Where was storage?
Storage is like to the left of cafeteria.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
bottom right. There it is.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know where I was at any given point. Just trying to walk
I'm
towards
in
my task.
reactor.
Yeah, I was
I
just trying
mean-
to avoid getting motion sickness.
I'm an admin right now, but yeah, whatever.
Hopefully, this will be a short game so I can put the speed back to normal.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't matter where everyone it was. What body did you see?
I think it was an orange body. I think it was Suskin.
Suskin. Okay, so then we also have Rocker dead somewhere. Sure, people voted for stuff. Let's see what happens.
I just skipped. Like, I don't. There's nothing.
Sounds good.
Yeah, of course I gotta vote. Of course, you guys.
It's tradition.
It is Thanksgiving. We don't skimp on tradition.
I think you spoke it into existence for yourself there, Grit. Okay. I almost didn't see because of the door. But found Lego here dead at the door, north side of decontamination.
Yeah, that's where everyone was for reactor.
I'm just not
I feel like I was
speaking
the
up
last
until I
person
have to.
left up here, but it's gonna make me sound suspicious.
It does a little, but
I was up in.
Yeah, I just
I
have
was
no.
in-
I have no way
was
of knowing
in-
how to throw suspicion anyway. So
I was in
Like,
admin with
I
Christopher.
saw what I saw. Lego's dead at the north end. This speed is throwing me off so badly.
It's hilarious, but also frustrating because I can't hit entrances to doors and stuff.
exactly. Like
I know,
four
it's
different
really easy
things.
to do
Move
tasks.
super fast.
It's pretty easy to do tasks though.
Where was Dak at?
After we done reactor, since I had no task in there, I just left immediately, and I only have two more. Now I have only one more. I went to Launchpad because I had the part 2 on Launchpad. Then I did the medbay scan, and now I have one left, and I don't know what it is. I'll need to check them out.
Okay. Have we voted anyone off yet? No, we did
Nope.
not. It was the,
So we need to vote someone.
so there's still two. Steve said he's with Cassasserol.
Yep.
Dak was alone.
Yep.
And Sith was alone.
This sounds like a Greg all over it.
I'm sorry, what? Was
I said this sounds like-
that shade coming my way, Steve?
Yeah, it
From
sounds
you?
like it's got your name all over it.
Yeah, just vote me. You're gonna do it anyway.
Sounds sus of Steve.
meant to vote Steve, but I voted Britt, and that could be bad for me. Oh, I fucked up there. That's on me. That's on me. That one's my fault. I did that.
Okay.
So are there no doors to close here? So you can't sabotage doors. So the only thing you can sabotage is I tried to draw him away. I'm sorry.
I guess communications. And the only person I saw running by was purple.
I was in, where the hell is this again? North Oxygen.
Sorry, Steve. I gotta throw sus at you. Only because you're being
Well,
quiet.
I was in the launch pad. I just got there to do my task. Previous to that, I'd been down.
Come on now.
And I couldn't figure out how on earth to get from the balcony all the way back round, so it took me ages to do it. I kept
All right,
missing
well,
doors.
they got us. Ah. Yeah, that was my bad, Catherine. I meant to vote Steve to like make that a deadlock, and then accidentally voted Britt, and an oopsie doopsie.
Rip.
Oh, accidentally voted Brit.
Okay, fix the
Alright, can we
speed.
fix the speed before we go into the next round?
Tired of being on crack.
All right.
Okay, I've set it to the slowest speed.
Oh my. Okay,
no,
let go.
It's like,
I'm gonna be done. I'm very tired from the day.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think
Likewise.
I'm with Greg on that one.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Right,
Appreciate it.
how many people do we have left then? What's the normal speed again?
7-5,
One.
I think.
One, yeah.
Just
Okay.
1-7.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna raid the X-Wing debrief and get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be here tomorrow with a free-for-all X-Wing 10,000 nickel playoff triple elimination. Here we go.